Okay, there she is. Our 7-month-old Broody Hen. And underneath her is 3 eggs and 1 chick. We gave her 4 eggs. 1 hatched and 1 is in the process of hatching. So, we'll see what happens with that. Now, if you guys seen our live stream about the Broody Hen last time, this is one of her babies. So, the hen that brooded on, I think she hatched 9, and then we gave her a bunch from an incubator, so she had like 20 chicks. This was one of her chicks, this hen right here. And now she's hatching chicks of her own. Right? Uh-huh. I almost wonder if that makes a difference, if they were raised by a Broody Hen.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to reach under here and see if I can pull the chick out for you guys so you can see. Where are you? I feel it. There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Look at how cute it is.
Is she about 3 days old or something?
I don't know, because I came down here and I hadn't looked under her for a couple days and there was a chick under there. So
it was still wet, though.
It was still wet, so it was probably 2 days.
Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning?
Oh, so this
Early
is
in the morning.
second or third day old.
Oh, the hen's getting mad at me.
Yeah, she wants her chicks back.
Now, I could pull the eggs out, but there is an egg with a hole in it that's in the process of hatching. They are very cute. One's back under.
It's a little cold here today. So.
Well, and she's newly hatched. When they're newly hatched, they don't really want to come out too much.
Yeah.
Like, so when we did the stream with the hen last time, those chicks were at least a few days old. So they were out running around. Yeah. And it was warmer.
Well, and usually they have a heating plate. So.
Yes. Well, they don't have a heating plate when...
Right, when the mama's there. But it's probably about... maybe high 40s here today.
Yeah.
Right now, so
actually, low 50s.
it's not very. Yeah, in the sun it's probably low 50s, but in the shade here we're probably in the 40s. Plus we got a pretty good wind blowing today. It's chilly.
It's around 54.
She's happy under her mama.
Yes. So this was the hen that was stealing eggs in that video. And the reason that they do that is because they do not, when they go broody, they do not lay eggs of their own. So they collect eggs from their sisters that lay eggs. So she was stealing eggs from the other hens that would lay them and putting them underneath her so that she could hatch them. So yes, this hen's the egg stealing hen.
Yep.
Right? The egg stealer?
She's a little apprehensive.
Yeah, she's a little, you can tell her feathers are a little poofy. She does a lot of growling.
I think the chick's right here in the wing.
So, if you guys are wondering at all about Broody Hen care, I feed any of our Broody Hen's chicks starter because they aren't laying eggs, so they don't need laying feed. Plus, this morning I put some corn in there because of how cold it is, and fresh water. And then we put our Broody Hens in this just a small area in our brooder. I put this divider in because it's way bigger on the other side. See? And once she's done hatching all of her chicks, I'll open this up. But when they're broody, I just don't want them to have to worry about protecting a huge space. So I just give them a smaller space to handle. And that makes it easier for cleanup too, because I only have to clean this side of the brooder while she's hatching eggs. And then our brooder too has a door and ramp. And once she's done hatching her eggs, we'll probably let her out with her chicks a few days after that to free range. We put hardware cloth around the bottom so that the chicks can't escape. And that makes it so that we can let our hen and chicks out early. So when the chicks are very young. Usually when I have chicks that I've incubated or have had shipped in, I don't let them out of the brooder until they're like 4 to 6 weeks old. But with a Broody Hen, I don't mind letting them out earlier. I let them out just at like a few days old, maybe even a week, because the Broody Hen will make sure that they learn things sooner and will teach them and will bring them home at night. So, and she sits on them to keep them warm so that you don't have to worry about them being able to get back to a heating plate. So you don't need a heating plate with a Broody Hen, and you don't need an incubator, which is nice. So this is our second successful Broody Hen. And I put leg tags on our successful broody hens so that we know which ones. So when they go broody, we know to give them eggs. So to start, I only gave her 4 eggs because I didn't want to, with it being winter and us getting less eggs, I didn't want to give her a whole bunch of eggs and none of them hatch. So I gave her 4 eggs just to try it out to see if she would hatch any. And she successfully hatched one. So that's good news.
2, definitely, because there's another one coming.
Yeah, and there's another one coming. It's definitely starting to hatch. So, and we just moved her. Usually we would move them much sooner, but we had some older chicks living in here from an incubated batch. So we just moved her over here a few days ago. The eggs were due, I think, today or tomorrow. I believe.
Yep, so we're right on time.
Yeah, well, so the one that hatched, I think hatched day 19, so this would be day 20. So tomorrow is technically what you would call a due date for chickens, would be day 21. But they can hatch as early as day 18 and as late as like day 24, maybe day 25. After day 25, you can pretty much call it that you got to get rid of the eggs. So, but the hens do seem to know when they're
not going to hatch.
When they're not going to hatch, because they seem to leave, once the ones that have hatched, they seem to leave the ones that don't hatch. So I guess they just know. How many can they hatch at a time? It depends on how big the hen's butt is. So pretty much as many as they can sit on is what they can hatch. So it's going to depend on how big the hen. So if you get a smaller breed of chicken, they're going to hatch less eggs. Although some of the smaller breeds are the more broody ones. You can get like those, let me think, there's like these dwarf size, I think, chickens that are very, very broody. They'll go like broody like 6 times a year. But they're pretty small, I think. So they'll hatch less than like her. She could probably hatch, I don't know. I put 11 eggs under our last hen. I don't know. She could probably hold at least that, maybe even a little more. So yeah, it just depends on how big their butt is to sit on. So as many eggs as can fit underneath them. Sometimes it does help. I know that sometimes it might help. Some people said it's easier for them to sit on an odd number of eggs than an even. I don't know how true that is. So if you're worried about, how many eggs you're giving your hen, maybe give them an odd number. She's mad.
Yeah.
She's gotten better with me, though, because I've been handling her a lot.
Yeah, I haven't been down here.
No, she doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I think she knows that I'm safe and not trying to take her eggs or anything.
Last time I was down here, I took some eggs out from under her.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah,
are you going to get up?
Or was that a different one over in the chicken coop?
What?
The one I took the eggs out.
No, that was her.
We marked them.
That was her.
Oh, I labeled the eggs.
He labeled the eggs, so
the eggs, so she doesn't like me because I pulled her eggs out and wrote on.
He dated them all. That is a good idea too. So we had her in with our layer coop for 16 days while she was hatching these eggs, and so when you do that, you definitely want to label the eggs. I label mine with the date, and you want to label it with a pencil, not a marker. And the reason for that is they will still continue to collect eggs from other hens while they're sitting on those eggs. So we would have to go under every day and check to make sure she hasn't taken eggs. And most of the time she would have taken another 1 or 2 eggs underneath with her. So we just leave the ones that were labeled and take the ones that weren't. So she doesn't keep sitting on new eggs.
Yeah, worked out really well.
Yeah, it worked out great. So, and she was okay with our layer flock. I guess it depends on the hen. She did not lose her nest to any hens, and she didn't really seem to be beaten up at all. So I think it was okay to leave her in with the layer flock. She seemed to like it in there, honestly. And we just put a feeder. I put this feeder in water, these 2 right here, next to her in her nesting box. And I think the other hens were taking out of it, but it wasn't like a big deal because she would get it as soon as I put it in there next to her every day when I filled them. So I think it was fine to leave her in there. And then we just moved her over when they were hatching because we didn't want her hatching them in with the layer flock because they can get out of that coop. So we don't want the chicks to disappear on us.
Yeah, I had to move her twice to remark them. The pencil was wearing off.
Yes. So a hen can hatch any other kind of egg that they can sit on, and that does include duck eggs. The only thing that I would say with duck eggs and any other waterfowl eggs is that you should come down with a spray bottle and just mist them every once in a while, only because ducks usually will, if they're brooding on eggs, they will go get their feathers wet and then sit back down on the eggs. And I know that when you're doing duck eggs in an incubator, you have to do the same thing. So, yes, a hen can hatch duck eggs, but maybe wet the eggs every now and then, like just a mist, not too much. Just because I think that duck eggs should be staying moist, unlike chicken eggs.
Yes, that's what we were told. Anyhow.
Yeah. Well, and if you do
So
duck
we'll
eggs
see
in
how
an
that
incubator.
works out. Yep.
So, one more thing I wanted to show you, since she's not getting up. I was hoping she'd get up so you could see. But there isn't much to see. It's just that one chick, and then there's an egg with a small hole in it that's starting to hatch. And then there's 2 other eggs that haven't done anything yet, but it's not her due date yet, so I'm not that worried about it. So, one other thing I wanted to show you during this live stream is we have this. So it's a big 10 by 10 dog kennel. Now this is not a permanent chicken house. This is just for temporary dwelling. I want to eventually make it into a permanent chicken house. But for now it's just where chickens go when they don't seem to have a place. There's a chicken right here. When they don't have a place to go. So they just have a feeder and water. I want to eventually turn that into nesting boxes, and then this is sort of like the roost setup that we have right now, although they seem to want to sleep up there. So, which isn't a big deal because there's a lid on it. She's up?
Yeah, I checked around.
Josh always said that the Broody Hen's up, so we'll show her to you again one more time before we go off. Can you see her chicken eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there she is. And there's her chick and her eggs.
She was waiting for me to leave.
Probably. So, is it the brown egg that has a hole in it, I think?
I don't know. She turned them.
turned
Oh,
them?
yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
see
yeah.
right there. So you see that tiny little hole
Oh,
right
she's
there?
not happy about
No,
it.
she's not happy that I'm touching them. Where's her
The
chick
chick's
go?
trying to eat stuff.
Chick's over there.
Yeah.
See it?
On the other side of her.
Right there. There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Or she.
Or she.
Okay, she.
Oh, good.
So hard to.
She's mad at me because I just touched
so
her
hard to
eggs.
tell.
Go on. Go look.
Chick.
Oh, she's drinking.
Ah, there he is.
Saw
the chick
Mama Hen
drinking.
drink.
That is something else that's nice too, is you don't have to teach your chicks to drink or eat when you have a Broody Hen with them,
Drinking.
because they will teach them for you. They'll teach them how to do everything, how to scratch, to go home at night, everything,
That's the first time
which is
Bella
really
drank.
nice. I pretty much have to do almost nothing. I love chick sounds too. Chick sounds are so relaxing.
How fuzzy they are.
Yeah, they're fuzzy and
They're not
cute.
as cute as their feathery. But the fuzz.
The fuzz is cute. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. This chick is absolutely adorable. I hope that we get more from her. I think that one egg is definitely going to hatch. I'd love it if all 4 hatched, but I know that that's not like a guarantee. So,
Are you closing that in? Is that what your plan is?
yeah, so Dad was just saying that my plan with that is to close in 3 sides and leave the front open. So it'll be like more of an open air design. I just don't really know how to do that yet. I'm still throwing options around. So if anyone has any good ideas, you can leave them in the comments. But thank you for joining us and visiting
They're eating leaves
the
together.
Broody Hen. Oh, look, she's teaching it
taught
to
it.
eat leaves. That's so sweet.
She's trying to.
She is teaching
Trying
it.
to get to the middle of it. That's why.
She doesn't
Instead of
know.
the edge.
It's all right.
She'll
She's
figure
teaching
it
it.
out. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, guys, and we will see you all soon. Make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. We really, and we will see you all soon. Bye.